Okay, what's up, guys? Marc Augustine here, and before we get into today's video, this video is brought to you by Dropship Mastery. It's a step-by-step eBay dropshipping course brought to you by myself, Sammy, and Ecom Sniper. It teaches you everything you need to know to dropship on eBay. It teaches you how to get multiple Amazon accounts, how to get multiple eBay accounts. It really goes through step-by-step everything you need to know to get started to drop shipping on eBay, along with strategy and finding items to sell and so on. So if you use the coupon code FIRST100, you get 50% off the course. And the course also comes with a full month of Ecom Sniper. So if you want to, so this video is sponsored and brought to you by the Dropship Mastery class. And I urge you to get the course. Use the coupon code FIRST100 to get 50% off and get a full month of Ecom Sniper for free. All right, so let's get into the video. So before we get into the video, you want to introduce yourself, Sammy?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Sammy. I've been dropshipping on eBay for 7 years now, and just happy to be here, man.
Yeah, my name is Marc Augustine. I've been dropshipping on eBay for over 10 years now, and I get happy to be here. And we're about to get into this video. Before we get into the video, let's just get an update on the account.
Okay.
The last 7 days is picking up. The 1,700 is a bit higher.
Right. You're right. I think last week we checked, it was around, what was it, like around 1,400 or something?
Like 1,200.
Right, exactly. So it is picking up, and I think the reason it started picking up was because, like, you can see that our sales started slowing down, and then there was like a difference that happened around this date. Like from here to here, there was a difference, and then it kept climbing. Like we can see that there's, like, we're just analyzing the data. Like we can see, like, if we're drawing a line, it's just going upwards.
Yeah.
And the reason why that trend was starting was, it was very simple. We just listed more items onto our eBay account. And I think that was you, right? You listed all those items, yeah?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So like, if anybody's following us and they remember, like last time you seen us, we had like 6,400 items or whatever, like 3 days ago, and then now we're at almost 6,900 items, and then we're just listing more items as the day progresses. So we can see our total profit for the account so far is 2,550. And you know what? Anybody who's following this number, it just keeps increasing day after day. So that is always like very motivational, right? Like imagine soon, once we get to this account and we bring it to like 100,000, I feel like that will be a nice accomplishment for this one account. What do you think?
What's that?
Like
Getting the profits to be 100,000?
In 100,000, six digits on this one account.
Yeah, most definitely.
Dude, you know what? We should, like, I guess for anybody watching, our game plan would be to get to 10,000 listings. That's our first milestone. And then from there, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and relist all of the items that didn't sell. And then from there, continue on all the way until we get to 25,000 listings. What do you think about that, Marc?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the whole strategy behind the bulk optimizing. So yeah, let's definitely get it done.
Yeah, you know what? I actually just got off a call with somebody who has an eBay account, just one account, and he has 75,000 listings, right? So, and that is where he makes his majority of his income. So guys, we say 10,000 per account. That guy told me that most of the guys who tell him like he's crazy for having 75,000 listings on his account, and I agree with those guys. I was like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Like having 75,000 items on his account, like he banked everything on that one account. He also told me he has multiple accounts. He's getting ready. He has like 10 accounts. Like that he just started up recently. But his majority of his sales is coming from that one account with 75,000. And when he told me that, I agree. I told him straight up, I'm like, yo, you're crazy. I don't know about that, but it kind of gave me a lot of hope as well. Because it just made it so that, because the most I've ever listed on one account is about 23,000 items. So I never got anywhere near 75,000 in one account, because I always thought that, this is way too risky or whatever. But now after seeing guys who are doing this like actively, it really, right, it's really amazing.
But what
No,
made you feel like, what made you think it was risky?
Vero, Vero, that that is like the main problem with eBay drop shipping, right? With at running a bulk store, right? If you're getting too many Vero suspensions, then what's gonna end up happening? They might shut your account down permanently. So
Right.
with 10,000 listings, you might get one Vero, maybe like every 2 weeks or something like that. With our software, it's very minimal. But if you list like 25,000, even then you're with our software, because we change the title, description, pictures, etc., the chances of error are much slimmer.
Yeah.
However, there's it's still present, where we haven't been able to eliminate the threat of Vero completely, because we get hit by dumb stuff. Like we sell a charger, right? And we say it's made for iPhones. Like you can use it with iPhones, and then Apple comes and gives us a copyright strike. Like we're selling their brand, but we're
You mean
selling
it's possible? It's possible.
it's yeah, but we get copyright strikes for the dumbest reasons. For
Right.
example, like we were selling like these car headlights one time. And then these headlights that we were selling, they were made for Ford cars, right? Ford
Okay.
the brand. And then Ford comes and gives us a copyright strike. We put in the title, it's not by Ford, it's for Ford. And they're like, oh, we're selling like their manufactured goods.
Oh
And then
wow.
yeah, and we couldn't do anything about it, because like, what are we gonna do? Like, complain to eBay and then have them like scrutinize their entire account? I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I just stay the hell away from that. So that's the reason why I say that the more items you list, the riskier it becomes. But
Yeah,
that guy is doing
but what made you want to stop at 25,000? Like what? Just intuition. You just felt like
anchor store, the anchor store, the anchor
okay.
store. That was really that all it came down to, because if you look at the store prices, let's see what it is right now. Let's see what the prices are. Subscriptions, managed subscriptions, and then we can kind of see. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
this is
remember they jump between the anchor store and the enterprise.
right.
Ridiculous.
Right, exactly. Like this, like you're paying $300 a month versus 3,000. And with the Anchor store, you get to list 25,000 items in your account every month. And then the Anchor and Enterprise is 100,000 items. It just made, like, this number was just ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
3,000, but like I'm sure you'll make it back. And maybe if you don't have a lot of eBay accounts, this is probably, your ultimate goal, to get to 100,000 items. But in my opinion, it's just,
But
like
it's 10 times the price. You should be
it's
getting 250,000 items.
right, exactly. That should be like the case, right? But if you don't have another eBay account, then I can see why somebody would want to go ahead and get an enterprise store. And you know what? Like, so one thing that I always like think about is, if you're giving eBay, more money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it makes a lot of sense that they would give you more support. Like, they might show your items to more sellers or something. I don't know if, like,
Yeah, well, we don't know that.
we don't
That
know that,
and
but
that would make it skewed. That is I
well,
can't I
it is
can't
skewed though. Like, think about it this way. Do you really think that, like, like there are, like, like, for example, Newegg. Newegg is an official company and they sell on eBay.
right.
They don't have an enterprise store. They have something completely separate. Their final value fees is not the same as ours, right? This is something nobody talks about. eBay is skewed, right? For specific, eBay does give preferential treatment, and the proof is like these big conglomerate companies
Yeah,
selling on eBay.
but you could say that their sales justifies their like the prices that
Sure,
they have. You see
sure,
what I'm
sure. I
saying?
sure. I,
I still don't agree. I still don't agree that there's proof that there's preferential treatment.
no, but you said it yourself, right? It's like their sales justify it, and because of that, they are getting like some special treatment. Like, I'll
I
tell you
mean,
this, right?
their business model and everything, I would say is what would generate their sales, and we can't compare that to drop shipping, like not at all.
Right, but also understand that their final value fees and everything are different than ours. You know what
Okay,
I'm
okay,
saying?
that I mean that's an assumption that we're saying.
No,
But anyway,
I have actually read this somewhere. I don't know the exact source, but I'm like very confident like that
okay,
this is the
okay,
case. Like if you are like a conglomerate, if any conglomerates are watching, you can get these kind of special treatments. And I think it stands to reason like they are making eBay more money by bringing these kind of products at low prices.
right,
So so you know, with that being said, it might be like it might be a good idea to kind of drop ship from eBay to eBay from these kind of like eBay's. I don't know. That's a different topic. That's
yeah,
a different topic. Yeah,
that's a whole other,
yeah. That's a different topic. Yeah. So yeah, this is so that was the reason why, um, like I went ahead and decided to stop at the anchor store because it just made a lot more sense to just go ahead and make a brand new eBay account. But after seeing that guy doing 75,000 listings on one account, it kind of made me see that there is like another avenue that I haven't explored on one account. And you know
yeah,
what? I'll share one last thing with you, yeah? eBay UK store subscriptions.
yeah.
What
They have unlimited listings.
dude, I was shocked when I saw that. Like I couldn't believe like this. I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen this, yeah? Let me see fees for business sellers. Um right over here. So this anchor store, they're paying only $437 and they're getting
That's pound.
unlimited pounds, yeah, sorry. So they're getting unlimited listings on your eBay account. So if anybody is an eBay UK seller, right, this in my opinion is probably the most powerful package. And I'll tell you why. Right? We have already verified one thing, right? Which is new listings on the platform get a 24-hour boost. You
Yeah,
know that, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So if you have unlimited fixed free price listings, then you should list 10,000 items or 20,000 items and relist that thing every single day. Do you get what I mean? Delete them, remove it, and then repost it
Jesus,
every single day. And you're gonna stay at the top of the search results constantly. Top rated seller, doesn't matter. Brand new account with zero feedback, doesn't matter. It just people don't have the automation to make this possible. And to be frank, we don't have the automation to make this possible yet. But if somebody's in the UK, right, they could actually sell in the US from a UK from eBayco.uk, but make it like international shipping or whatever. And you can literally post 100,000 items, 200,000 items, relist that every single day. This could be the most powerful account that ever exists. And I'll tell you like one thing that we're working on right now is a relisting software. And we mentioned this like briefly in a different video, but we have these buttons over here where if you click it, it's gonna go ahead and relist this item onto your account, right, with a brand new title. And if you click clone, it's gonna go ahead and list this item. It's gonna just delete this item and relist it. But no matter what button you press, this item is gonna get reposted. And the biggest benefit is the 24-hour boost onto your eBay account for the first 24 hours. And then if you have an unlimited store, just keep spamming the hell out of that. I don't know if eBay is gonna flag you or something's gonna
yeah, but
happen.
I wouldn't
I don't know.
encourage anyone to spam eBay to that extent
I would if
because it's not like like you you're doing specifically that and putting all your eggs in that basket when you really don't know if like theoretically it would work, but I can't see eBay letting someone post 10,000 items every single day.
right, but like just as you said, right, like but we also don't know if there is any problem yet until somebody goes ahead and experiments that. what I would say, like in in these businesses, you need a competitive edge, right? To be like successful,
Yeah,
right? Our competitive edge is AI at this moment, right? Maybe later on, like maybe the masses are gonna have like all the same kind of titles, and you're gonna need another competitive edge, right? Competitive edges is what makes you separate from the competition. And to find that competitive edge sometimes does require experimentation, right? So I do understand that you're trying to like give the best practical advice for the buyers to go ahead, for the viewers to make money today.
right,
But the way I go about this business is like me and you, we're kind of like I don't like to say like this, like we have been doing it for a very long time, so it's hard to find like new information,
right,
right?
right,
so
exactly.
so that kind of advice wouldn't be practical to me, right? Like saying like you don't know if it will, because what the most important, if somebody really wants to help me, right, what I need is research. And and that research is really, in the end of the day, not theoretical, but I need experimental evidence. And as one person, we don't have like access to that much like experimental data, because we're so busy doing our own things.
Right.
We can't even test everything out. We don't even have a UK account. But what I will say is, in the short time that we opened up Ecom Sniper, right? It's what it has it been like 4 months now?
Yeah, yeah, that's about 4 months.
4 months. From the collective experience of the users from Ecom Sniper, they have been testing stuff, they have been experimenting, etc. And in this short amount of time, I have learned more, if not, no, the same amount, if not more, than the 6 years or 5 years or whatever of doing eBay drop shipping by myself. So what I would suggest, right, if somebody, right, wants to go ahead and try something like this out, reach out to me. I will give you my full support, automation tools, whatever you need. Right, get this done for me and like share the results, and I will give you my unconditional support for this, because this is something that I want to know just for myself. Because before we even like talking about Ecom Sniper, me and you were dropshippers first.
Right,
Imagine if
but this is specifically eBay UK.
right, exactly. But if it works, I'm buying a ticket. I'm not even kidding, man. I would go like we should go where the money is, right? Like we
Jesus
do what we
Christ.
have to. We have guys, think about it this way. We have guys from Egypt inside of Ecom Sniper. They went out of their way. They got an I-10, right? They went ahead and made an LLC with that I-10 in Wyoming. And now the brother has 3 eBay accounts sitting from Egypt. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Because he took that leap, right? And if something is working, you should go and put you like in like the old scholars of the day, right? What would end up happening would be the teachers, they wouldn't be like going to the students and teaching them or whatever. The students, they would make like pilgrimages, right, to go and find these scholars and sit and to study for them. And I think in the same way we should like have this pursuit when we're trying to make an income. Like we should go where the money is. And you know what, I will say one last thing: things don't last forever. If there is a competitive edge, it will not last forever. Like I have seen this time and time again. However, the one thing that will happen is, if you have a competitive edge, I will put it in these words: abuse it. If you Because your goal as a business is not to like have fun, is to make as much money as you can. And then once you have enough capital, you can go ahead and invest it somewhere and have like a passive income coming in or whatever, until you go ahead and find another competitive edge. So this is kind of like my thoughts on that matter. But we can kind of jump into like the next part of the video. Should I stop sharing my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me your thoughts. Like before we move on, give me your thoughts on what I said. Yeah, I'm curious to
I
know
mean,
what you
I
think.
understand the logic. I understand that you'll I agree with partly of what you're saying. When you find a competitive edge, you must take advantage of it.
Right.
But with respect to this eBay UK thing, I think that is a very specific coincidence. And
Hmm.
from my experience, the UK market is a lot slower than the
Of
US
course.
market.
Of course.
So it would be an interesting experience, an interesting experiment.
You know what? Just to finish that off, I sell in eBay Canada, right? And I have like eBay Canada is the same size as eBay UK.
Right.
So it's 20 times smaller than the US market. So what I will say to that is we have people who are successfully drop shipping in the UK. I'm successfully doing it in Canada. I've just recently started branching off to the US. However, in Canada, what I found with this is from my experimental data, yeah. We have relisted like 1,000 stagnant items with
Mm.
brand new titles. And what ended up happening, items that never sold for years started selling, and I was absolutely shocked and stunned. And I realized, you know what, this works. But but you know what, everything works. Like, but just the only thing is, how well does something work? That
Right.
is kind of like the real measurement in like drop shipping on eBay. Because I think everybody finds some success here. It's just about finding the most success. But I do understand like the main like viewership is like whatever what I just said is a pretty advanced thing that is only applicable if you are at probably like at a pioneering level of the industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it
Yeah.
would
The
if
average
you're
person is not just gonna quick get up and do this.
no, the average person should not do this. That is not what I'm saying at all. If you don't experiment, if you're new to eBay dropshipping or even like started in a year or whatever, this is not the time to experiment. It's the time to establish your business, right? Get all your systems and processes started. And from there, and only then, when you have something going and you're actually making money, that is the only time you're allowed to experiment. Before then, you just do what works. That is like I would say undisputably the right way to
Yeah,
go
because
about
the purpose of why people are doing this is to make money.
it. Right, exactly. Don't like experimenting is only if you're like reaching like a ceiling or something that you're not able to break. That is the only time. Though if opening a car wash is the most lucrative thing for you, do that. Whatever the case,
Anyway,
whatever
so
is proven.
let's get back. I mean, we've talked a lot about a lot of other things, but we wanted to talk about when getting suspended on eBay, what to do.
Right, right. So so you know what? Like here's like a case study of one of the users on Ecom Sniper, and this is kind of where we got all of this information from because it happened multiple times, and I'll tell you, it's actually a great story. So what ended up happening is this one of the users made an eBay account like 5 years ago at his home, right? His IP never changed, his phone number never changed, etc. And he got suspended on his account MC011 and he got permanently suspended after. It's 5 years ago. So what ended up happening was he left drop shipping and he came back, and then he I told him, you know what? Make a brand new account, but make it under a different address, a different phone number, a different IP address. And make sure that all of the phone number is legitimate, right? So that means a real carrier, Verizon, T-Mobile, whatever. The IP address, make sure is the same thing, Verizon, AT&T, whatever, and a new device. Make sure you're not reusing the same IP. So if
Right.
you don't know, if anybody doesn't know how to go ahead and get a new IP, all you simply do is go ahead and get a new modem. We can talk about proxies and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
but if it's a new if they're using a new address, my assumption would be a modem would be shipped to that address.
No, but so this is what I get what you're saying, but I'm saying that the person that it was making the new account, he didn't actually move. He was still in the same house. So
Okay.
right. So I told him get a new. So what he did was he actually just opened up the account under like at his mom's house or something like that. I think it was his mom's house. So he went to his mother's house and he logged into the computer, made an eBay account over there, And then like eBay gave him the high limits because he registered the account as a sole proprietor. He
Right.
got 100,000 and 1 million or 2 million. I forgot the exact number. His account was running smoothly. 1 month goes by. He's getting sales. Things are happening. He's excited, etc. And then he wants to scale. So naturally, I tell him start with your family. So he says, okay, let me go ahead and make an account under my sister's name. And mind you, his sister lives in the same household as him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she went ahead and made an account in that home. She shared the same last name as him, and she just put her real address. Like she just put her address, and then it's a different name, different everything, and then like and different phone number. And the only thing that was like the same, because I'm assuming in these 5 years, like the internet might have disconnected. You would have had a new IP or something.
Right.
So I don't think after 5 years, like that IP would have been consistent for 5 years. There's no way static IPs are like given to users for years. Static means like your IP never changes. Usually when you go ahead and buy like a modem, right, what ends up happening is your IPs they constantly change. Not always, but like let's say you have a power outage or something, your IP is gonna
Yeah,
change.
you'll get a new IP.
Right, because your lease for the IP like gets, um done. I'm not gonna talk about the network. Point is I'm pretty sure his IP changed. The only thing that was consistent because his sister had she had a different phone number. The only thing that was linked to his previous eBay account that got suspended was the address, the apartment number, etc. So she made the account under her name, sole proprietor and everything. 1 week goes by, right? And then they no like 3 days go by, sorry. And then they get on a call with the eBay representative because their account got suspended. And this is normal. Whenever you make a new account, you get a soft suspension. And the
Yeah.
first question that the eBay representative asked her was, "Do you have other eBay accounts?" And then there was this aha moment, like somehow this account, right, got linked with her brother who got suspended 5 years ago. But her brother opened up a new account and had no issues with a different address. But because
Right. It's based on the address.
exactly, it's based on the address, even though that the name and everything, the brother sent in like her driver license and everything. He sent it back in the day, and his account passed passed his verification, and it's selling today. Like he has
Yeah.
like about like 3,000 items up on his account. So the sister, this is like the question that the eBay representative asked that we never heard before was, do you have multiple accounts? So right off the bat, they were able to go ahead and link the other account with her account, even though she's a real brand new person who's never sold on the platform. 1 week elapses, they go ahead and unsuspend the account. They answer the question, "What are you selling? Books? I have a wholesaler." Blah blah blah. All this stuff goes on. 1 week passes by, and then they get a notification in the email, and that says you have been permanently suspended from eBay. And they didn't list any items after warming up the account because they were just busy or something like that. 1 week goes by, permanently suspended. Nothing, no action on their part. So what that means is the account got flagged, and then from that flag, it got passed over to a department, like a special team, that manually reviewed the account, right? Because it took them like 1 or 2 weeks, and then they linked that address with the other address
And then suspended it.
and then suspended it. So that means that if you want to go ahead, what can we learn from this, right? We can learn that the linking factor, right, is your address in this scenario. And we also know that they do a manual verification. And if eBay was looking at more than just the address, right, then they would have banned the other account as well, the one under her brother's name that he
Right.
created,
Exactly.
right? But they didn't, because
Yeah.
they should have been able to find it. It was literally I think the house that his mother's house was like just a block away, but his account is running perfectly fine. But this account that had no activity got suspended permanently.
So
So
now we know that if you get suspended, you have an option out.
you have an option now, exactly. make a business account, sole proprietor, different address, different phone, different email, different password. This is a big one. People don't
Yeah.
remember. This is one that gets overlooked all the time. You must have a different password because that is one thing that eBay links accounts with. It has been confirmed actually. Like you don't want to make sure that your passwords are the same across all accounts. So make sure different address, name, etc. So one thing that we are experimenting on moving forward with this account, we are planning to go ahead and make a brand new account under the sister's name, but we were gonna change the last name and the first name around. So that way, like if they ask for the driver license, we can still send it, and then we can be like, oh, we messed up. But that
Right.
way, like
Right.
the initial verification or the automated suspension that detects the unusual activity is not gonna go ahead and get us. But anyways, for anybody watching, I guess the actionable step to go ahead and get back to selling on eBay after have been suspended, like permanently. If you got suspended 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, right? Don't sweat it. Make a brand new account, brand new computer, brand new IP address. The address you're gonna put onto your account has to be something different, right? Put a different address, no problem.
Different phone number.
Different phone number, different everything, and then you'll be good. So, and if eBay goes ahead and asks you to send your driver license or identification, and your driver license is not matching your address on your eBay account, you know what you do? You send your passport, so which doesn't have your address. So there you
Yeah.
go. There's no problem here. As long as you have a passport, right? You're gonna be good to go. So this is the solution to go ahead and make a brand new account when you have been suspended on eBay. So, so yeah, I think that's it. Do you understand like the
Yeah,
concept
I
fully?
understand it. Yes, I mean it's basic filters. You just
Exactly,
use a different. You can use the same name, use a different address, phone number,
exactly,
um,
exactly.
computer,
And we're really just trying to avoid the
and
automated suspension.
that could only come from someone testing it. You know what I mean?
Right, right, exactly, exactly. And you know what? Redman. He's been on the show before, yeah.
Yeah.
He's made, how many accounts he's been cycling through? He made like 6 eBay account under his name already. It keeps getting suspended. He goes to his mother's place or whatever, makes a new account. If it gets suspended, he moves around again, and he sells for a couple months like that. So, so even him, like he has proven that he's
Yeah, that you could do it.
he can do it. Suspensions don't scare Redman. He's a real G.
All right,
Okay.
guys. So smash the like button. If you guys has ever been suspended on eBay, now you have a solution to start selling again. All right,
Before,
smash the like button, subscribe, check out Ecom Snipe in the description. What are you saying, Sammy?
I was just saying, like, I think the last actionable step would be like, because I think somebody like watching this video is gonna learn how to go ahead and get back to selling on eBay now. But once you make your account, what do you do next? Like, if you can share some like wisdom with, like, what would be the path to success to making an income after you make the account?
I mean, once you get the account set up, you start drop shipping. You know what I mean? You start listing. You choose your strategy properly. I mean, we we use the bulk optimizing strategy,
Right.
and you keep executing,
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think so. I
and you
I just
scale
because
the account as much as you can.
the reason I mentioned that was because what I have noticed, like for the vast majority, is we just told them how to go ahead and suspend their account, make a brand new one, but having like a clear vision and plan moving forward, right, is in my opinion very important. So what I would just to add on to whatever Mark said, like that is the strategy we use, and if you want to learn more about our strategy, just check out the other videos we posted. So I
Check out
think
the other
that
videos, check out the course in the description, check out the group.
exactly. Exactly. I think that's it.
All
Okay,
right,
guys.
guys, have a good one.
Have a good one.